Have you ever wondered about the rise of the Persian Empire? Our journey begins in the year 550 before the Common Era. A time of upheaval and change, a time when one man's ambitions would set the course for centuries to come. Enter Cyrus the Great, the founder of what we now know as the Achaemenid, or Persian Empire. Born into the royal family of Anshan, Cyrus was no stranger to power, but he dreamed of something far greater than the modest kingdom of his birthright. He wanted an empire. Cyrus started by overthrowing his Median overlord, Astyages, and uniting the Iranian tribes under his rule. With his homeland secured, he turned his gaze outward, setting his sights on the grand cities and rich lands that lay beyond his borders. The expansion of the Persian Empire was swift and relentless. Under Cyrus's rule, the empire stretched its arms wide, reaching from the Mediterranean Sea in the west to the Indus River in the east. He conquered kingdoms and absorbed their people, creating a vast realm of diverse cultures and languages. Yet Cyrus was no ordinary conqueror. He was known for his benevolent rule. Instead of imposing Persian culture on his new subjects, he respected their traditions and beliefs. He allowed them to practice their religions, speak their languages, and follow their laws. This approach not only ensured the loyalty of his subjects, but also contributed to the empire's overall stability and prosperity. Moreover, Cyrus was a visionary. He introduced a centralized administration, standardized coinage, and even established a postal system. He built roads to connect his vast empire and encouraged trade and commerce, further bolstering the empire's economy. And thus, the stage was set for the Persian Empire to become one of the most influential powers of the ancient world. This was just the beginning, the birth of an empire that would, in time, alter the course of history. It's a tale of ambition, of conquest, and of a remarkable leader whose legacy still echoes through the ages. And it's a tale we're just starting to unfold. Following Cyrus, the Persian Empire was led by a succession of remarkable leaders. Each one, in their own right, left an indelible mark on the empire's history, contributing to its expansion and development. First, let's talk about Cambyses II. He ascended the throne in 529 BC, following the death of his father, Cyrus the Great. Cambyses II was a formidable leader, continuing his father's legacy of expansion. He conquered Egypt, adding an invaluable piece to the Persian Empire's puzzle. This conquest not only extended the empire's territories but also brought a wealth of knowledge and culture into its fold. Next in line was Darius I, often regarded as one of the greatest rulers of the Achaemenid Dynasty. He ascended to the throne in 522 BC. Under his reign, the empire reached its zenith, stretching from the Indus Valley in the east to Thrace and Macedon on the northeastern border of Greece. Darius I was also a great reformer. He introduced a standard monetary system, improved the empire's road system, and implemented a new form of government administration, effectively managing the vast territories under his rule. Then we have Xerxes I, who took the throne in 486 BC. He is perhaps most famously known for his ambitious military campaigns against Greece, which included the infamous Battle of Thermopylae. Although these campaigns were met with varying degrees of success, they significantly impacted the course of the empire's history. These leaders, each with their unique strengths and strategies, played their parts in shaping the Persian Empire into a formidable force. Their reigns marked periods of significant growth and development, turning the empire into one of the largest and most powerful entities of the ancient world. Their stories remind us that leadership is not just about power, but also about vision, innovation, and the courage to take bold steps. Just as these great leaders did, they turned a fledgling empire into a force to reckon with, leaving an indelible mark on history. The Persian Empire was a tapestry of diverse cultures and religions, a statement that resonates with truth, as the empire was indeed a melting pot of various ethnicities and faiths. This diversity was the result of Cyrus the Great's policy of tolerance, allowing conquered nations to retain their own customs and religions, creating a rich cultural mosaic. The empire's expanse from Egypt to India meant that it was home to a variety of people, each with their unique traditions, languages, and beliefs. This included Persians, Medes, Egyptians, Greeks, and many others. This cultural amalgamation was mirrored in the empire's administrative structure, with local governors or satraps appointed to rule over their own regions, further emphasizing the empire's respect for diversity. But what is a civilization without its economic backbone? The Persian Empire boasted a robust economy, primarily sustained by agriculture. The fertile land, coupled with advanced irrigation systems, yielded a bounty of crops like wheat, barley, and fruits. These were not only consumed locally but also traded with other regions, making the empire a bustling trade center. Trade was further facilitated by an extensive network of roads, the most famous being the Royal Road, stretching over 1,700 miles. This road not only enabled easy movement of goods but also served as a vital communication link across the empire. Then there was the innovative taxation system. The empire was divided into 20 provinces, each expected to pay a yearly tribute based on their resources and income. This system ensured a steady flow of revenue to the royal treasury, further bolstering the empire's economy. Moreover, the Persians introduced standardized coins, a revolutionary concept that simplified trade and commerce. This economic stability, paired with cultural diversity, provided a solid foundation for the empire's grandeur and prosperity. This diversity and economic stability acted as pillars for the grandeur of the Persian Empire. Indeed, the Persian Empire was not just a political entity, but a vibrant blend of cultures and economies, a testament to the power of unity and diversity. The Persian Empire was no stranger to wars and conflicts. A series of confrontations known collectively as the Greco-Persian Wars were some of the most significant conflicts that the Persian Empire engaged in. These wars, which spanned the first half of the 5th century BC, were primarily fought against the Greek city-states. The Persian Empire, a colossal force at the height of its power, sought to bring Greece under its control. However, the fiercely independent city-states of Greece had other plans. One of the most well-known battles during these wars was the Battle of Thermopylae. This battle is often remembered for the valiant stand made by a small Greek force, led by King Leonidas of Sparta, against the massive Persian army. While the Greeks ultimately lost the battle, their heroic resistance became a symbol of courage against overwhelming odds. But why was the Battle of Thermopylae so significant? Well, it served as a stark reminder of the indomitable spirit of the Greeks. Despite being vastly outnumbered, they stood their ground against the Persian forces. This resistance, while not immediately successful, was pivotal in unifying the Greek city-states against the Persian threat. The Greco-Persian Wars also marked a turning point for the Persian Empire. While the empire won many battles, it ultimately failed to achieve its goal of conquering Greece. The wars drained the empire's resources and revealed its vulnerabilities. They also highlighted the fact that the empire, despite its size and power, was not invincible. These wars were not just about territorial gains or losses. They were about ideologies, cultures, and systems of governance. They were about the struggle of a collection of city-states to maintain their independence against an expanding empire. And they were about the resilience of the human spirit in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. These wars were turning points in the narrative of the Persian Empire. Every empire has its sunset, and the Persian Empire was no exception. The wheels of decline began to turn for this vast empire, once a beacon of cultural diversity and economic prosperity, around the late 5th century BC. While the Persian Empire had its fair share of victories, it also had its defeats. One such defeat that significantly impacted the empire was in the Greco-Persian Wars. The Greco-Persian Wars were a series of conflicts that played out over half a century, from 499 BC to 449 BC. These wars pitted the Persian Empire against the Greek city-states, and the results were far from favorable for Persia. Despite their superior numbers and resources, the Persians were unable to subdue the fiercely independent Greeks. The Battle of Marathon, the Battle of Salamis, and the Battle of Plataea were all significant losses for the Persians in these wars. These defeats not only dented the empire's military might, but also its prestige and morale. Following the Greco-Persian Wars, the empire faced a period of internal strife and political instability. The once solid line of great leaders began to wane, replaced by a succession of weaker rulers who were unable to hold the empire together. The empire's vastness, which had once been its strength, now became a liability. The task of managing such a diverse and sprawling empire proved to be a challenge that these later rulers could not meet. The final blow came in 330 BC when Alexander the Great of Macedonia invaded Persia. Alexander's forces swept through the empire, and after a series of battles, the last Achaemenid king, Darius III, was defeated. With this defeat, the mighty Persian Empire, which had stood for over 2 centuries, was effectively brought to its knees. The mighty Persian Empire had met its end, but its legacy was far from over. The empire may have fallen, but its influence continued to be felt in the centuries that followed. But that's a story for another time. For now, we close the chapter on the downfall of the Persian Empire. Despite its fall, the Persian Empire left an indelible mark on history. The empire's legacy is a rich tapestry woven with threads of administration, architecture, and culture, each one bearing testament to its grandeur. In the realm of administration, the Persians were pioneers. They established a centralized system of governance that was far ahead of its time. With satrapies or provinces, each headed by a governor or satrap, they created an administrative structure that allowed efficient control over their vast territories. This model of governance would later serve as a blueprint for many succeeding empires. Moving on to architecture, the Persian Empire's influence is unmistakable. The grand palaces of Persepolis, with their intricate carvings and majestic columns, exemplify the empire's architectural prowess. These architectural marvels not only showcase the empire's wealth and power, but also inspired architectural styles in various parts of the world. Lastly, the cultural legacy of the Persian Empire is just as significant. The empire was a melting pot of diverse cultures, and its tolerance and acceptance of these different cultures fostered a unique blend of traditions, arts, and languages that continue to influence societies today. The echoes of the Persian Empire resonate in the pages of history, reminding us of its past glory. Like a timeless masterpiece, its legacy continues to captivate and inspire, standing as a testament to an empire that once was. Our journey through the rise and fall of the Persian Empire comes to an end. We've walked through its birth under Cyrus the Great, observed the lineage of notable leaders, and appreciated its cultural diversity. We've witnessed the wars that tested its might, and the internal strife that led to its downfall. But let's not forget the enduring legacy, influencing administration, architecture, and culture for future civilizations. Join us again as we delve into another exciting historical episode. Until then, stay curious, stay hungry,